No smiles right here, please. Right in front of you.
Francis, right here, Francis. Come on.
No smiles real quick. There you go. And one more smile this way to get chin down just a bit.
Talia, right in front
Talia,
of you.
straight ahead,
On your left, Talia, on your left.
Talia, Miss Shire.
Right in front of you, Talia.
On your
Chin
left,
down,
please.
chin down.
There you go.
Oh. James, right in front of you, sir.
And right here. Mr. Khan, on your left, sir.
And if I called you James.
James, right here.
And Joe, straight ahead, on your left, sir.
Joe, right here. Joe, on your right side.
Joe, on your left, please. Right over here.
Elizabeth, straight ahead.
And right in front of you, please.
And John, when
John, sir, can I get a nice headshot right here, sir?
right here.
Right there, sir.
Right here, buddy. Straight ahead, please.
Right here, please.
Alden, right in front of you, sir. Good smile.
Alden, right here. Alden.
And look. And looking right here, please. And both of you right here. There you go. One more time.
Right there, 1 second.
Oh my God. Yeah. Just as long as you're not right behind me.
No. That is amateur. You can't shoot by hands.
To think that that was 50 years ago, and I was so scared that because it seemed like people didn't like it, and I was worried about it, and then I had this delightful surprise that people liked it. So I was, of course, gratified, and I'm grateful that Paramount has made this beautiful release of it for 50 years, and I hope that the young audiences find it to their taste. You know, I know they're very different what they like today, and my hope is that they'll find something of value for them. I think my favorite scene is when the little boy is with his grandfather and Marlon surprised him with the orange in his mouth in the garden. It's a shock to see that you're sometimes much more successful than you ever thought you would be.
It's an honor and a thrill and a privilege. That's all I could say. I mean, you know, when I saw this movie when I was in my 20s, little did I know that some years later I would be part of this trilogy. To see Francis again and see Jimmy Caan here, it's just, it's wonderful. I've been in this business 50 years, and it's nice to be able to say there are still moments that excite me and bring a tear to my eye, you know, and this is one of those nights. My dear friend Vinny Quastafero said to me when I got the job, "Oh my God, you're going to be in the Italian Star Wars." And that's kind of what this is like. I mean, it was a monumental, you know, series of movies, and to just be a part of it is, you know, something I'll always, you know, cherish and remember and be proud of. It's so well deserved. If you're not going to name a street after him, who are you going to name him after? You know what I mean? It's like, what's nice is he and I will share stories about the part of Italy where our families are from. My mother is what they call Barese from Puglia, and he's Pugliese might be at least on one side of his family. And when we were even making the movie, we would talk things like wine and food and dialect and all the different things of that region. And so to be able to relive that with him now is just... He's the consummate artist, the consummate gentleman, and I'm just, like I say, it's one of the highlights of my life and career to be able to say I've worked with this man and know this man and love this man.
I feel awe and I feel joy because it's a work of art. So I feel very honored to be part of this 50-year anniversary, celebrating this extraordinary achievement. To work with Francis, he is my brother, but my God, he's the world's greatest living director we have. It was stunning, because I don't think people expected that to come together that way. I mean, what he did, you had a great cinematographer, you had great actors, you had great text, you had great art director. It's an extraordinary achievement what he did. Great music. So it was a marvel, and it still is.
I've done some Paramount pictures, and I'm very fond of Paramount. Of course, I think it's the studio that's the most charismatic as a studio. You know, the beautiful buildings and stuff. It's a bit of the old. It's kept the old magic. And then, of course, this is a great piece. Maybe the greatest piece that they've ever done. It has to compete with everything because it's one of the great movies ever made. This is a great piece of his genius. And anyone who sees it's going to be inspired to do great work. And it was a real feast of a movie. It was wonderful. It lived up to every expectation, and it was a sensation. You know, there were lines around the block. They say there really were lines around the block for this film, and it was appropriate.
Knowing Francis and having gotten the chance to work with Francis is, one of the greatest honors of my life. So it's just nice to be here and to see him and everything.